I'm supposed to be scary. Ooh. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Maria Monet, as you can see right down below, and right next to my name there's a subscribe button. And I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but if you don't subscribe to my channel, your mom gonna die. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I
The boogie, share that beat of love. I wanna
Today, we're going to be reacting to the scariest video on YouTube, or the scariest videos on YouTube, because I did a reaction to scary short films, and they was ass. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I was keep it a bean. They was scary, but like they didn't make me shake in my boots. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't like shivering me timbers. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to be on the floor gagging. Like I never want to watch a video ever again in my life. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do this time? I'm gonna just go straight on YouTube and look up the scariest video on YouTube, and then we gonna react to it. Sound good? Sound good to me? Okay, so I wanted to watch some stuff that was real and not fake, because I really want to be scared. Like I want to be like, this could happen to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the video we're watching is top 10 scary things caught on security cameras.
Number 10, bad dreams. The lady in the video had a long day and decided to have a nap. All of a sudden, her bedroom door opens like an invisible force had pushed it. Now, the girl claims that there was not a window open and that she was the only one home at the time. Take a look.
Okay, that's like, I feel like that's happened to me before. It's not that scary to me.
After
boring. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to 7 True Horror Stories animated compilation.
It was the Halloween night of 2011 when I was out trick-or-treating with two
Is
of my
that
close
Naruto?
friends. For disclaimer purposes, I'll be using pseudonyms.
It's
as I like to keep
Naruto.
the identity
What is
of
his
everyone
name?
involved in
Goku?
the story anonymous.
Naruto, Goku, and
That
fucking
being
Spider-Man.
said, I'll go by
That's the
Mike.
most craziest
My
crossover
friends
episode I
will
ever
go
heard
by
in my
Tom
life.
and Jerry, respectively. We were all dressed as characters from my favorite childhood cartoons. I was dressed as Naruto, as that was my favorite anime. Tom was dressed as Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Jerry was dressed as Spider-Man, as he was a hardcore fan of the Tobey Maguire. I could feel my legs get sore from all the relentless walking
Damn,
and strain
Naruto!
from carrying my heavy sack
Naruto
of
would have
candy.
never folded
My
like
bag
this.
was starting to get full to the brim. My friends' bags
got a
were
bunch of
just as
Twizzlers
full,
in there.
as they began carrying
That's
their
a
sacks
trash
over their
pickup.
shoulders
Your
like they were
candy
Santa
is trash,
Claus
bro.
delivering gifts
Like,
on
I like me
Christmas
some.
evening.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop talking.
If I had $1 for every candy that was inside my bag, I would have definitely had enough to buy myself a new gaming console.
What about a car?
Guys, can we go home? Dude, don't give up yet. We still got room in our bags. Just 10 more minutes, man. You're just saying that because you're practically wearing a onesie made out of women's leggings. At least you don't have to wear this stupid wig on your head. Stop being such wimps. This day only comes once a year, so grow a pair and let's keep going. Jerry began to make his way
They look a
further
little
down
too
the
old to
street,
be trick-or-treating.
while me and Tom looked at each other with a disdain look that screamed, "Let's get this over with quick." We then proceeded to walk towards Jerry's direction. I recall Jerry already standing in front of a house with his arms extending his bag towards the candy giver saying, "Trick or treat!"
Oh shit.
I also noticed this one trick-or-treater wearing a Jason Voorhees mask standing behind him. He was a tall and slim kind of guy who was either a really big kid or just an older man who didn't want to give up the trick-or-treating tradition.
Well, he needs to.
As we approached another house, Jerry said, "Alright guys, just 2 more houses, then we can bounce."
Bro, I would have went
The
home.
individual wearing the Jason mask casually inserts himself in the conversation and says, "Would you guys mind if I trick-or-treat with you as well? I lost my friends and don't have my cell phone on
That's
me."
too bad. Go home.
I
bro.
personally didn't want this guy tagging along, as I was already
Well,
done
tell
with
him,
the day
Naruto.
and
Naruto
didn't
don't
need
ever
any
bitch.
further baggage prolonging the night. I casually make
How you
eye
gonna dress up as
contact with
Naruto
Tom
and
and
bitch?
Jerry while desperately trying to portray signals to not accept the guy's request. Jerry enthusiastically says, "Yeah, sure, let's go."
Well,
Thanks,
this is exactly
You
why I
made
would have
my
left Jerry.
Halloween so much better. We then proceeded to walk towards the next house while I began sulking under my breath saying, "Frickin' prick, since when was Jerry the shot caller?" After about several minutes of trick-or-treating, I could honestly say that I didn't mind his company, as he seemed like a nice guy and introduced himself as Jason. No pun
What up,
intended.
JJ?
We eventually finished trick-or-treating and decided to call it a night.
Wait, he called
Myself,
himself Jason?
Tom, and Jerry say our
And he was
farewells
dressed
to
up as-
Jason as he
Alright.
responds saying, "It was nice meeting you guys. Just out of curiosity, whereabouts do y'all live? Maybe I can walk with you.
I would have been like, I live in Atlanta, but
Again,
right now
Jerry
I'm
sporadically
here in
discloses
Florida.
the name of our street
but
to him
actually
as me
tonight
and Tom
I'm going to New
expressively
York
show our
because I
disdain
gotta
to
show
Jerry
up
for
at
revealing
Egypt
such
tomorrow.
personal information. Well, how ironic. I live around y'all's area too. You guys mind if I walk home with you?
No, I'm cool. You could
Me
go.
and Tom remained silent as we
I'm
made it
actually
pretty
taking a
evident that we were
shortcut
upset at
to my
Jerry.
girlfriend's house, and then I'm going to my
Dude,
boyfriend's house
I
too.
don't think my friends
so,
want to
You
go.
guys look awfully tired.
Bro, get
Just
your
to make y'all
hand
feel
off me.
better, I do know a shortcut if you're trying to avoid the long walk home.
Yeah, sure, dude. Count me in, dude. Where's it at?
Bro,
Jason then
whatever
points
happened
his
to them
finger in the direction
it's
of
supposed
an
to happen to
entrance
them
of a
because
forest
they're
preserve
just
and
going with the
says,
flow.
We'd have
When
to
this
walk
is the
through
time where
there.
you don't go with the
There's
flow.
a path that could get us home in about 10 minutes tops.
He lying. He lying. He lying. Look
I'm
at them
gonna have
dirty
to
ass hands. You
pass.
think he not lying?
I don't like deer, and I'm not trying to get eaten by a bear today. Screw it, I'm going. Same. I want to get home faster, dude. Later, Jerry. Me, Tom, and Jason begin making our way inside the forest while
So you
Jerry
telling
casually
me
hangs back to go to
they
his alternate
and,
direction home. As
Splitting
we
up.
got deeper into the forest, Jason took out a
y'all
flashlight
went in
from
the
his candy bag and began to flash it towards the pathway ahead of us. Well, I wouldn't
Naruto,
really
you better
call
pull
it a
out some
pathway,
jutsus, bro.
as the entire ground was covered in dirt, leaves, trees, and bushes scattered everywhere. I remember walking for about 10 minutes, but in reality, it felt like 30. His directions were precise and his voice was comprehensible. I understood every instruction he was directing us to walk in, but couldn't digest why the walk was taking so long.
'Cause
I
you're a
had completely
dickhead.
ignored the fact that it was well over 10 minutes. For better context, me and Tom were leading the walk while Jason shined his flashlight from behind while giving out directions.
Bro, I would have been said. Maybe we
Yo,
should
are
turn
we
back.
there yet? My legs are freaking killing me, man. Dude, when are we gonna make it home? It's been like 20 minutes already.
We'll be arriving there in just a minute, boys.
As we began to walk further
Y'all,
down the
they dumb as
forest,
shit,
I
honestly.
casually turned my head to glance at Jason, only to see him wearing his mask still, despite trick-or-treating being over with. I started to feel a little uncomfortable, and began questioning the guy's integrity by saying, "Dude, why are you still wearing your mask? And I'm starting to believe you're not leading us home."
Stop!
Jason then points at two shovels sitting on a small area of open dirt
Bro,
and
he
says,
just scared me.
Both of you, pick up the shovels now!
Dude, what's going on?
Y'all better
Jason
not pick
then
up the
pulls out a
fucking
long
shovel.
machete from the back of his
That
pants
fake
and
ass
says,
Halloween machete.
Pick up those shovels and start digging a hole.
Fuck you.
"What?
Do it, weeb! Dude, please, just let us go!
I'd have been like,
Pick up the shovel
I would
and
start
start
running.
digging,
He can't shoot
Naruto.
you. He has-
This is your last
Start
warning
digging,
that I'm killing
Naruto.
you both!
That's when me and
bro,
Tom pick
he
up the
does not have a
shovels and
gun.
frantically
Run.
start
Run
digging.
backwards.
In the back of my head, I was legitimately contemplating putting up a fight with this psycho as it was two
Why not?
against one with the aid of the shovels. Unfortunately, I couldn't muster up the courage to put up a fight against him as I didn't want to run the risk of mine or Tom's head getting chopped off.
Bro, that fake
About
ass.
15 to
Alright.
20 minutes later, me and Tom dug a hole big enough for the both of us to fit inside it. As we were about to make our way out of the hole, Jason shouts,
Don't move! Stay in the hole!
as he
Stay in the
forcibly
hole.
grabs both the shovels away from us while holding the machete
Bro, there's
against
some
us.
dickheads.
Jason then tucks
What
the
is-
machete
it's
inside
not
his
a
pants,
gun. It's
grabs
not
one
a
of the
gun,
shovels,
y'all.
and begins burying us
Run.
alive with the dirt we just dug out.
And y'all just gonna
I
let it
began to
happen.
feel my vision getting blurry as the overwhelming amount of dirt he was tossing at us impaired my vision. Please, I don't want to die.
This is
I'm
dumb,
too
y'all.
young for this. Please, please let us go. Why are you doing this? We're only kids. All I remember thinking about in that moment was how a human could do such an inhumane act, and how I was literally going to share my remaining moments on Earth being buried alive with my best friend. I was at the point where I had already accepted death. I recall the taste of
Ew.
dirt and dead bugs.
Why
going
did you
inside
open
my
your mouth?
The sensation of dirt hitting my skin was all I felt. That's when I heard a loud thud like he had just bashed Tom's brains out. I couldn't hear or feel any more dirt hitting the surface of my face. I rubbed my eyes to clear my vision, only to see Jason laying face down on the ground unconscious,
Spider-Man!
with my other friend Jerry holding a
Spider-Man!
shovel.
Spider-Man.
Me and Tom then dig
Does
ourselves out of the
whatever
hole and hop back to
Spider-Man
ground level.
spins out.
Despite surviving the catastrophe and being able to
Bro,
run away
thank
scot-free,
Spider-Man right now.
I grabbed the machete from the back of Jason's pants.
That was smart.
I then held him up by the forehead and began hacking at his neck, slicing and dicing repeatedly.
Wait, Naruto. Oh my god. Well,
I eventually decapitated his head while my entire Naruto costume was covered in blood. I remember seeing my friends nonchalantly watching me with a gaunt
so
emotion,
murder?
almost like my sadistic actions didn't even faze them.
Murder?
I then pushed his body into the hole as my friends began to collectively bury him.
Yeah, at least not
As
gonna see who he
outlandish as the
is.
story sounds, it was a true story that actually happened to me. I always wondered what heaven would be like if I was to die alongside my friend Tom that night. Jerry was initially supposed to head home, but decided to follow us as he saw the machete tucked in the back of Jason's pants. He began to directly follow behind our footsteps and unexpectedly
thorough for
witnessed
that
the
one.
altercation go down. As we were getting buried
Back the
alive,
fuck up.
he used the opportunity to knock Jason out with the second shovel sitting behind him.
Yeah.
I still don't know to this day if his remains were ever discovered. All I know is that I had a
Bro,
deadly
you
conscious
just
seep
told
inside my head
everybody
that
you
night.
committed murder.
But at the same time, a hint of satisfaction.
Damn, Naruto. He liked it a little bit. Alright, well, that was that. I kind of like that better. That was actually scary. The ending was actually scary because Naruto just like lost his mind. But anyways, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, share it with Naruto, and tell him to chill the fuck out. Okay? Alright, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.